when I was at East Union in 6th grade, see, you used to have, every summer they have marble championships throughout the city. The junior high schools, there was about 5 or 6 junior high schools, no, I'm sorry, grade schools, about 6 grade schools. There's 3 junior high schools, 4 including the Catholic school, okay, and but 1 senior high school. But at the time, out of all the junior high school, elementary schools, I went to Francis Willard. I was a champion at Francis Willard. My brother was the champion at East Junior High School, all right?
This is champion of what?
Marbles, shooting marbles, okay? You go on the ground and draw a circle and you throw one marble, knock the other one out, so okay? So my brother, I guess probably the first time 2 brothers have been the championship role. But the champion at West Junior was a fellow named Billy Allen, who became a good friend of mine, and the champion at Central High School was Robert Bradley. Now Billy Allen was white, okay, and he was at East Junior. No, he was at West Junior at the time, okay. Robert Bradley was at First Street at the time, and I was at Francis Willard, and my brother Houston was at East Junior. The 4 of us fought in the finals. Okay, I was targeted, scheduled with Billy Allen, who eventually became the champion. He beat me, and my brother lost to Robert Bradley, who was runner-up. So my brother we always talk about who was the best, he or I, because we would have been tied for 3rd. Because Billy was 1st and Robert Bradley was 2nd. That was the marbles champion, very competitive. Now, the same year, they had the first junior high golf championship, and they never had it again since. It started out East Junior because Coach Johnson, who was my all-time best friend, okay, in terms of being my hero, a mentor, okay, he's very progressive. He had a golf championship for all the junior high schools, and my brother Houston won that championship. So I'll tell you what happened behind that, okay? Eventually, I was in 9th grade. When he was in 10th grade, he could not go out for a golf team. Eventually, that team that he would have been the senior of when he became seniors, they won the state golf championship. And all 4 of those guys, 3 of them, and 1 was a junior, okay, was in my brother's class, and my brother beat all of them as juniors. One of the guys became a professional, okay? But I think it had a major effect on my brother because he wasn't given the opportunity. He never brought books home, very, very seldom, okay?
So what was the reason that they wouldn't let him be on the golf team at Harding or at
They said at the time that was because of, he didn't tell him that, they should have, okay? There was a law of public accommodations. It wasn't passed to the 1964 Civil Rights Bill when it was passed, okay? So this is in the 50s, so it was against the law. You could not ride, a black man could not ride the same transportation, it was a public transportation or private car. They went down in cars unless he sat in the back seat and he had, unless he was chauffeuring. He had to be chauffeuring the car. So because they used to go down in early spring and train in the North and South Carolina, where the major golf courses was, he could go down and practice, okay? So, but they didn't tell him that at the time. I come to that, and I guess I was making excuses for them white folks doing what they did, and it was really true. But they just told him to come back next year, you see. So for that, he was an athlete, and he would not play football or basketball or baseball. He's better than all of us, including Bill White and them other guys, Kathy, that all played in sports. He's better than all of them. But he said he's not going to be no slave and make white folks rich. He never played organized sports again, but he could have been something great. He was awesome. I modeled myself in. I was an all-around good athlete. But that discrimination, it did something to him. It affected him psychologically.